We usually think of commercial audio and IT as these two totally separate worlds. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Almost like rival kingdoms. You've got the AV rack in one closet, the server room in another.
Exactly. But looking at this thing, the Kramer AW-8D, it feels like those walls are finally coming down.
They really are.
This isn't just a speaker.
Yeah.
It's an IT endpoint that just happens to make sound.
That's the perfect way to put it. This is the physical result of AV over IP.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about, slapping a network port on a speaker.
No.
This is a fundamental change. It's moving the brains from that central rack directly to the wall, right where the sound is happening.
Okay, that brings us right to the power. Because normally you'd be running this thick gauge speaker wire.
Right, to avoid signal loss.
But this thing, it's all in on, what is it, the 802.3 BT standard? PoE plus back?
And that's the key. Standard PoE just wouldn't cut it, not for an 8-inch driver. By using PoE plus tack, they can squeeze out 30 watts of peak power.
And what, 10 watts continuous?
10 watts continuous, yeah.
Okay, but I have to admit, I'm always a little skeptical here. When you start talking about audio over Ethernet, I mean, what about the headroom?
It's a fair question.
Does it actually push enough air for, say, a noisy retail store or something?
You'd be surprised. For an 8-inch two-way, that power budget gets you up to a maximum SPL of 106 decibels.
That's actually pretty loud.
It is. For a hotel lobby, a patio, a retail floor, you've got plenty of presence. And because it's on a Dante network, you get rid of all the hum and ground loops you fight with on long analog runs.
Right, that digital signal path? That's where it gets really interesting. Because the amp is inside the speaker.
The amp, the DSP, everything.
So you're not doing your room EQ back at the rack. You're doing it at each individual speaker.
Exactly. The processing is decentralized. You can just log in with their software or even use the API and tweak parametric EQ, filters, compression right there at the unit.
So every speaker is its own zone.
Every single one.
That flexibility sounds amazing, but my first thought is, what a nightmare to set up. You've got, 200 of these things in an airport? How do you even know which is which? How do you map the physical speaker to the virtual one?
That is usually the biggest pain point in a big Dante deployment. You're up on a ladder with a notepad reading tiny serial numbers. It's awful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But Kramer, they included a specific find me tone trigger in the API.
Oh, I love that. So you just sit at the laptop, you click a button for unit 42, and you just follow the sound.
That's it. You just follow the sound. It turns a 2-person job with walkie-talkies into a 1-person job with a laptop.
That's a huge labor savings right there.
Massive.
And once it's installed, it seems like it's built to last. The AEW in the name.
Yeah.
That stands for all weather, right? It's not just marketing.
No, the specs list an IP66 rating.
And IP66 is serious. That's not just, splash proof.
Not at all. It means it's totally dust tight and it can handle high pressure water jets. So a cleaning crew can literally pressure wash the side of a building, hit the speaker, and it'll be fine.
Wow. And for indoors, the aesthetics are pretty standard, but the safety specs look solid too. VOZO flame retardant UL compliance.
Yep, it's ready for plenum spaces, strict fire codes, all of that right out of the box. It just checks all those commercial bid boxes.
But it does it by basically getting rid of the old audio infrastructure. You're just running a SIC cable from the nearest PoE switch.
It really redefines what an integrator does. You're not wiring a sound system anymore. You're deploying IoT devices.
It does. And if you think about where this is all going, I mean, this speaker kind of suggests a future where buildings don't really have subsystems anymore.
That's a fascinating thought.
With everything, lighting, audio, security, all moving to PoE. Are we heading to a place where commercial buildings just don't have traditional high-voltage wiring in the ceilings at all?
Just a massive web of data cables.
Just data cables.
Yeah.
A giant web running the entire environment. Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.